Maybe we
Could you show the slope chamber camera on channel 3?
What's that?
Is it possible to show the slurp camera anywhere?
The bucket cam?
On channel 3, yeah, the multi-beam we don't need up there anymore.
Is that possible?
You want the...
Slurp cam on quad.
I can try to put it on 2. They told me that we could only have images on satellite 3.
Oh, I
So
see.
what?
All right, right.
Images.
Oh.
Like high pack.
Oh, that's fine then. Yeah, that's fine.
We should switch over to high pack though. That multi-beam's not on anymore. So
Okay.
Just so you know, Kelly, anything that we switch over onto the quad is then what's being broadcast on Nautilus Live.
I see, yeah, for sure. All right.
What's causing this blowout?
Oh, there is a lot of microbial mat in that. You're muted.
yeah,
Andrew, you're muted.
thick.
Yeah, I think we filled the jar, so that's probably enough
Okay,
for a
so
lifetime of picking through.
all right.
Current just picked up
You
or
want to
what?
go back to the flush jar then? And so what are we doing next? A scoop?
I think we wanted to scoop in
I don't
the
either.
pancake, so not here. So I'd suggest we head north and see how the mat looks that direction.
You
So
wanted to scoop here
or
not?
no, waiting later?
No scoop here.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry.
Can you zoom out, Wiley, please?
Okay, so I think I said
Sure.
that.
No, we will
No.
not scoop here.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Leela, for translating my sentences that ran together into ambiguity.
Negative on the scoop.
Negative on the scoop.
Roger.
No scoop here.
Should, should we squishy fingers the mat just for fun?
I would love to
I've been
abuse
dying.
squishy fingers.
To get them all dirty? Well, I guess it's too late.
Too late.
Uh-huh. So amazing how that stuff moves.
Yeah, it's really jelly. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
It's very interconnected. Oh my
Oh,
god.
that's what we're sitting at.
I don't even want to know what the cloud is going to look like.
That's gross.
We've been sinking
Oh
like
my gosh.
20 centimeters deep while sitting.
I have about 50% power on to keep us stable.
Oh, nice.
Might be excessive. Okay, you can zoom out. I guess we're moving north. Is that what's the consensus?
Moving north.
Copy.
All right.
Follow
same
that
old
fish.
Oh yeah, can do that.
Did I ever mention that seep mud is like quicksand? And we may never get out?
Oh, that's nice.
It does
So
appear
what-
to be.
So what?
That
so
was
what
one of
did
those
happen
lies.
to that ROV?
Yeah.
Why is the ROV not floating?
You're not trying to make it, are you?
It's going. It's going. It's just slow.
Oh, I'm just.
Are
So
we
you
It's going. I can see it. It's.
usually after we're done, I just zero the. So that's all the thrusters zeroed. Doesn't float up,
Oh, there we go.
obviously. So we give it a little wiggle forward, and it'll usually come up.
All right.
You had to like
Wow.
pop the suction there.
Nice.
I was kidding about the seep quicksand, so I was hoping we didn't just discover that.
Yeah, it was a thing.
Look at that.
Wow.
Definitely
All right,
sticks.
run away from the cloud.
If you wag north before I move the ship, that way we'll know.
Yeah, I'll move nice and slow so you can stay ahead of me this time.
Yeah.
Like painfully slow. We will have a dust cloud.
Yeah.
Wowza.
Are you moving?
I wanted to see the north first to see it because
Yeah, it looked
we
kind
I
of
don't
edgy.
I don't know if I want to send it to the north if we're not if it's already at the edge.
All right.
What are you? Ah.
How about northwest?
Wanna go northwest?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bridge nav.
If you want to follow the mat, I'm saying, right?
Yes, please.
Yeah, northwest.
I'm
One
very
step
curious
30
about that
meters,
pancake.
bearing
That's pretty.
315.
Pretty west.
Yeah.
Southwest.
Is that the top? Did we find the top of the map?
Maybe.
Ah.
The top as in the north?
The north, yeah.
I think it goes
Footage.
northwest a bit.
Seems
Find
to
out.
go, I'm looking west there.
Yeah,
Seems to
so
go
maybe
west.
just west. Oh, I just moved 30 meters, so that'll put Argus where Herc is, and then we'll assess as Herc goes.
Yeah, that could be the northern, because we cut off early before, so that could have been that
Yeah.
northern edge.
Yeah, it goes off to the northwest, that looked like.
So did we just like perfectly drop down on the edge of it? Earlier, it looks like it.
Pretty much. Some edge of it.
So, Carrie, to answer your previous questions, I think those ctenophores are about 5 centimeters across, plus or minus. When they come into the laser, it looks
Bridge
like
now.
about half of them.
Can you confirm the speed for that move was 0.5? Thank you. Okay, thank you.
DVLs.
Yeah, it's because
Order.
the ship, we're in a different orientation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on.
Is there a
It's a
particular
USBL
direction that we
thing.
want to go in to find non-seep, or what are you thinking next?
Doesn't seem to be much to the north there. Can head
Yeah.
Yeah.
southwest for a while.
Can we head, is the ship moving west right now?
Ship is moving northwest at the moment.
Northwest.
That just gets Argus to the edge of the mat. Do you want to go west?
I'd actually like to go, I think, north,
North? Out of the mat area.
out of the mat area.
Okay. Is there an amount of meters you want to go out of the mat area? So I can just call that in?
Yeah, 150.
Okay.
So we're going to, for everybody listening, we're going to run north,
It will be slightly upslope.
slightly upslope, and then we're going
Right.
to start
Bridge now.
taking some samples.
Hold position here, and then new move, 50 meters, bearing north, speed 0.5. Thank you.
Nice sablefish.
Yeah.
So we're going to go north, essentially trying to follow the same transects that they use for the... Actually, it looks like it might be easier to run northeast a little bit, because that way we won't have as much vertical gain.
Okay, do you want me to adjust?
Yeah, can we adjust there? Another.
Bridge nav?
Bring your head to 045, please.
We'll hold that move, and we'll adjust to 50 meters, bearing 045. Thank you.
Heading is 045.
I just put a circle that's 150 meters there, Andrew. From our bubble, which was roughly the northern extent.
Yep.
Whoa.
What was that? So When we are coming back, where are we hoping to head to?
I think we'd be heading
Try again.
right to the PDS-1
When we come back?
when we come back, because
Yeah.
that seemed like a perfect edge.
Cool.
Sure is a... Are we heading straight down current on ourselves? Is that why we're in
You're
a...
pretty hard on me.
Appears to be. I can slide it on north a bit out of it. Just trying to get out in front of Argus there.
You're
Yeah.
way ahead of
You're 180.
You're pulling me, yeah.
I know. Trying to find some clear water.
Will it be easier to see on the way back?
Yeah, it could be easier to be on the way back, or maybe we could run the other direction. We could run south
I
west.
can, if I come to the north a little bit, we're out of it. So.
Okay.
But yeah, we seem to be running with the, oh no, that's, sorry, that's rubber band effect on Argus, 'cause I'm pulling it.
CPAN.
Not going anywhere at the moment, waiting for Argus to.
Oh, is Carrie not here with us anymore?
Are you still with us, Carrie?
I am.
Oh,
I am.
cool. Awesome. I was worried video was troubleshooting you over there, but they're not.
No, it's all working well.
Great. What an exciting dive for you to join us on. I'm glad that it worked out and that you're up at this ridiculous hour with us.
Well, I mean, both of them, right? The last one as well with their massive carbonates
Oh,
was
yeah.
just unprecedented.
Yeah, that one was really cool as well.
Do you want to just
Yeah,
TVL
just-
reset?
Sure.
Like we're gonna, some of our track will be, but I'm not really worried about it too much. I think we'll even reacquire the
So,
white pancake.
All relative.
It's all relative.
Yeah, it's-
We know the extent of the white pancake too. So, all right, let me just get a little bit there.
you gotta keep rehoming it, otherwise it drifts the way off, right? So,
Well, yes, but because of our USBL with ship positioning and heading, it's been, the DVL has been more accurate than doing that. Kind of like playing
but the
it.
DVL.
So how big was the area of mat about that we saw so far?
Let me try and do some rough guesstimating looking at this.
It's essentially 50 meters across.
Yeah, 50 meters across.
Gosh, that's amazing. That's a lot of sloping.
That is massive.
Leela, I don't know if you caught that, but I did a DVL reset just then.
Yeah, I did. So we jumped a little.
Right, yeah. So when we reacquire, it's going to have to be, as Dan was saying, relative. So we know that the bright white patch is on the southeastern side of the extent of the mat here.
Yeah.
rather than an actual location. So
Sorry, what? You're mumbling a little at the end.
rather than an actual location on the map,
Yes.
X, Y, we know the
Yes.
relative position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We think that the major Herc circle is DVL, right? So we think that that was the more accurate.
This here?
Yeah.
We were correcting it to the USBL.
Yeah, but that is the DVL, right?
That, yes, the red and
Okay.
the crosshairs, that's the DVL track on
Cool.
IPAC.
Thank you.
So really, it's two
I
contrasting
think you're to the north.
seep dives. This is quite a young seep, right?
Yeah, much younger.
Is that carbonate buildup associated more with age than, say, chemical makeup of what's being emitted, or is it kind of a little bit of both?
A little bit of both. So it's a sort of the integrated, you get carbonate buildup over time or activity. And so if you have a lot of activity, it'll build up quicker, but it doesn't build up quick. So if you don't have any carbonate and a lot of activity like this mat clearly has both of those, then it would be a young and very active seep, whereas the one yesterday would be thousands to tens to hundreds of thousands of years old. But that mud's precious sample.
Yeah, that gelatinous stuff, man. Like a trade-off.
Did we want to keep going to the north? Because we're going.
Yep. Bridge nav. Let's do one step 100 meters, bearing 045. Thank you. Bridge. Uh, 045. Thank you. That's 04. Thank you. That was my bad. We might have been holding there for longer than we needed to. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, Carrie, I totally agree with your, the comparison between this seep dive and the last seep dive is just about 2 different habitats, as you can imagine.
It's really incredible to, to get this opportunity, I think. See such an old seep and such a new seep.
You can also see how, just by comparing them, the different role they have in shifting the ecosystem.
What was that?
Yeah, that the carbonate, yeah. The carbonate provides a different sort of substrate for all of those, for example, those little button mushroom sponges and other life like that.
Yeah, and the different kind of crabs all over them, and the
And the fish have been pretty different here too.
yeah, more sablefish, and I guess thorny heads are just everywhere.
Yeah, they're so ubiquitous.
Yeah, but definitely, and more sole and sable fish here.
Yeah.
We're still waiting on Argus, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think you're talking to us, Dan.
I was hearing him.
Yeah, Roger. I keep trying to move into clear water and keep tugging it and then can't go anywhere and the dust cloud catches up. So I need to wait till it's 20 meters there on the sonar on the left. Yeah. This guy here, he's got to be up here before the tether's 35 meters long, right? So close to slant.
How close do Argus and Herc like to stay, or do you like to keep them?
What's that?
How close do you like to keep them?
20 meters.
20 meters?
Yeah. Gives us, if we're moving the ship, it gives us that 20 meters before Argus is on top of us, so we can stop and look around for,
right.
I don't know, it works out to roughly a foot per second on our typical move, so what is that, meter per minute, something? You have a minute or so before it's on top of you to get a zoom, and then you kind of move out again.
A foot per second to a meter per minute?
Well, if we're doing 0.3, that's what, 0.8 feet per second or something like that, slow walking speed.
Huh.
So Carrie, would you like scoops in 2 of the mats, or would you like a scoop in a clam bed and in the densest mat we can find, which would have slightly different chemistry? Or do you just want the most anoxic and microbial ecosystem you can find? 2 of those.
Michael, you should stay at 045.
Copy. I just wanted
I
to
was thinking of the
keep the tether.
2 different ones to compare.
Great, okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
different to compare. Yeah.
Copy.
Getting hungry, and I'm just thinking about those pumpkin tart things downstairs. Ugh.
I was super surprised they were filled with pumpkin,
so
though.
Good.
I was
loved
expecting
them.
something far less healthy than pumpkin
I
in
know,
my
and it wasn't even
pastry
super
tart.
sweet. It was perfect.
You're the one with the sweet tooth. I thought it wasn't sweet enough.
Oh, no. I like sweet things, but I don't like them to be overly sweet. Did we just open starboard bio on
It
purpose?
looks like there's one.
Yeah, we're looking.
Oh, yeah, it does look like one.
We shall get the super scoop of the most microbial map possible then.
Of the pancake.
The pancake. Fun
Pancake would be fantastic.
Cool.
The back row is like the peanut gallery, but it's like you guys
The
are
important peanut gallery.
like a snack bar. Just talking about food.
Oh, we are the
constantly.
peanuts.
Can you tell that it's early in the morning here? It's just the midnight munchies.
Totally.
Yeah.
Although it's a ship, so there's no such thing as time, and we pretty much have midnight munchies 24 hours a day.
And lunch is breakfast, so to be fair, this is kind of like my dinner time.
I've kind of had 3 breakfasts a day.
Well, good, this is still off seep, so far our transect is making sense.
Yeah, unlike yesterday's when we
It's
just...
like, oh, there's another one.
You're off over here to...
Think so. Come down 5, Mike. See what happens.
Hagfish.
I'm surprised
How
DVL
far
has
have we
drifted
gone
so far already.
I am not.
We've gone about
DVL
80
has
or
not
100 meters.
Yeah,
Off seep.
100 something
The
meters.
USBL has.
Right.
So yeah, that's not the DVL drift. That's the USBL drift.
Sorry, yeah, that's what I meant.
So Carrie, with the big giant scoop of mat sample, do you want us to
I
put
didn't
that?
get down that far all of a sudden.
Say again?
We could subsample a little bit of that into a scintillation vial with some ethanol. We can also put the whole thing in a whirl pack and freeze it solid, or we could put it all in a whirl pack and then dump ethanol on top of it and then freeze it.
If it's going to stay frozen, the ideal would be to put the whole thing in a freezer bag, whirl pack, and just freeze it.
Great. Yep. We can do that. Yeah, well, on Friday we'll be driving straight from the ship to campus and put everything in freezers. So, and we've got lots of ice to keep, or the blue ice, Techni ice, to keep it at -80 the entire way. So.
Fantastic, yeah, and even free -20 and less is fine. Once it's frozen, once it it's good for chemistry, unlike DNA.
So
No
we're
freeze-thaw
about to be at 150
Ship has
meters.
completed its move, so there'll be a bit of Argus swing. We are now around the edge of it.
So when we get to 150 meters, the plan's going to be to fire a Niskin and take 3 tube cores.
That's here.
Roger.
Oh my gosh, there's just so much stuff in the water. Yeah. It's not even Dan's fault.
For once.
Yeah, we'll
so
say it's good here, yeah.
yeah. So, any cores here or no? Only further in?
No, cores here as well.
Cores here as well.
So,
okay.
Niskin
So we'll
cores.
have to
if you can catch one of those thorny
up.
heads in a core, that's a bonus point.
That would be fun to try.
Maybe if you get one stuck in a Niskin, they'll hold water better.
Maybe.
So I think you can land whenever you're ready, Dan.
Yeah, I'll wait for the Argus to stop moving and I'll land. Doesn't run over us.
I see.
Tends to put a loop in the tether.
We don't want that.
No.
So Andrew, were you saying 2 cores or 3 cores?
Only 2 here, right?
Yeah, I'd said 3. I think
2.
that if we did 3, we could do animals, methane, and ions in addition to the...
I see.
The only thing I was thinking is if we then should want to do a second transect somewhere, or are we only going for 1?
Because we have, yeah, how many is it even possible to do? Because we want 5 from 2 different seep sites. So that's already 10 right there. And we have 17 total. So I guess it's only possible to do justice to 1 transect and some other seep cores.
Yeah, that's sort of what I was thinking.
Gotcha. So then we'll do, that's 10 from within seep. And then we have 7 remaining. So 3 at 5.
I sketched it out here.
Oh, you sketched it out?
So 3 at 150, 3 at 50, 3 at 5, and then 2 sets of 3.
Oh, doing 3 instead of 5 at the...
Yeah, and then we'll do, then that'll give us 2 extras to play with in other habitats.
Okay. Are we comfortable with, like, if one goes badly in this situation, that's enough?
Yeah, if we do the challenge is if we do 3 on the outsides, we can do 1 for methane,
Yeah.
the 3 ion cores, and then a full macrofauna core or animal core without taking a subsample, which is better. So that makes it sort of the ideal situation if we want to do methane at all of them, because methane's really the one that changes the numbers.
So wait, one of them is only for methane?
One will be methane and essentially preserved in ethanol. One will be macrofauna preserved in formaldehyde. The other will be the B&B rare earth elements and everything else.
Gotcha. Yeah, all right. So 3's all around?
3's all around. That also means that the processing will be pretty quick because it'll be the one core that's slow, and then the methane one and live is fast, and the macrofauna is fast. Yeah.
Cool. All right. That makes it easy to remember.
What are you thinking, Dan?
And that also means...
Niskin, that's what they wanted.
Yeah, do we want that to settle for a sec?
Sure. So, Niskins are clear. I put the...
oh yeah, the Niskins look fine.
Yeah, the Niskins actually look just fine.
DVL resetting here.
Got it.
So then when we drive back, it'll be...
Okay, so this will be 105.
I love the view of like, hey, we're going to fire a Niskin here. The one camera is just like everywhere.
Niskin cam looks fine.
For those watching at home, we can also see that the Niskins do not look like that.
We're taking a sediment core with the Niskin.
Yeah.
With a thorny head in it.
Are you ready? You all right with it?
Yeah, this looks great.
Yeah.
There's number 1. Just 1, right?
Just 1, please.
Just 1.
Okay. 105.
And then for the cores.
105.
Bump close the porch because apparently it was open the whole time.
Look at how close that thorny head is to the basket. It just doesn't care. Like you can hit it in the head with the basket. Or maybe if you just turn on the slurp right now, you'll grab it. So for this course, I'd like 1 ported and 2 non-ported cores, please.
Right.
So we'll just have a ported everywhere.
Yeah, we'll do a ported everywhere.
Can't tell if it's like if it's on the ground or if it's just kind of floating weird. Like it's floating weird.
I must say, from shore, it was a little worrying to see the view for the Niskin firing. You know, we can't see the Niskins itself. So.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
So they're literally the strongest rubber bands in the history of the world. I think that fish is not moving.
No, this is my home. I was here first.
Do you think you could pet it with the core just to see?
Honestly, we could slurp him.
If he doesn't move, we won't see him.
Is it just a stuffed toy that's been staged?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's just an overlay that the Nautilus has been putting over all the seep dives to make them more interesting.
So steady.
Okay, anywhere in the muck there?
Yeah, anywhere that you can, yeah.
We got mad tricks
Oh yeah,
over
that's
here for
some nice
video,
coring muck.
Andrew.
Oh,
Okay, that's good. When?
I can pull it back out, or do you want to do the 1, 2, 3 thing?
I'd like to do the 1, 2, 3 thing,
Copy.
please.
Yeah.
Run that porch out a little for me, would you? Actually, never mind. See if
I think the porch, the bio box is full of sediment.
What's that?
I think the forward bio box is going to be full of sediment.
Can't see crap from there.
My grandfather used to always tell me when we were fishing with rockfish, you had to jig it because the only way the rockfish would actually take the lure is if you knocked it on the head with it. Watching this thorny head, I think my grandfather might have been right.
all right.
Zoom in there a bit for us.
Yeah, give me 1 second there, please.
Yeah, make sure the fish is in it.
Did you grow up in Oregon, Andrew?
No, I grew up all over. My dad was in the military, and we moved every 1 to 3 years until I got into high school. So East Coast, West Coast, high school in California, then kept on moving since then.
Where are you at now?
What?
Where's home now?
Home now is Oregon in Corvallis.
In Corvallis.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, we were living in Miami, and then moved from Miami to Corvallis when we had the opportunity to, and that is just about as the two most opposite places you can
We're
find.
on the dive logs.
Okay, so can we recollect these starting with the first one we put down, which was white?
Sure.
Thank you.
Okay, Miley, you can zoom back out again for us. Thank you.
Yeah, and before we actually moved to Oregon, I had only driven through it once. And I actually had to decide whether or not I was going to take a job in Oregon while I was offshore in New Zealand without ever having visited the campus.
Wow.
Not a bad campus, I think.
No, that's quite happy with the move. It's a nice place to live.
You been in the geology lab downstairs?
I have.
There's a reason that lab is downstairs. Cracks me up.
I thought it was mostly to keep the geologists downstairs.
And the amount of rocks down there, I think, would fall through the floor if it...
The geologists listening right now are not happy. You can put that wherever you want in.
Copy. There's a lot of rocks down there. We take the kids over there for 4-H, and the geologists come in and really good to the kids, and they let them go out to the rock pile out there and collect rocks. I don't know if there's anything in that court.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You don't know, you said?
Yeah.
it's hard to tell.
Oh,
I think it's empty.
I was saying
Is
not.
that-
oh, nope.
All fell out.
Huh.
That's
So
weird.
there's no plug. Maybe it's deeper. Might have to go deeper with them.
There was like a little bit.
Kind of dumped out the bottom.
What's that?
It dumped out the bottom when you were bringing it over. It's just like that. That was there was no solid thing holding it in. Like
Try again somewhere.
Yes, please.
You gotta get another picture now, do you?
Yep.
Yeah,
That's fine. I don't need to zoom for it or anything.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
We can zoom.
All good.
I can pull him back out too.
yes, please.
Or you want?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, it's pulling right, just blowing out of the bottom.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll stand.
A little. Yeah, halfway.
yeah, you got something in there.
Oh. Okay.
Whoosh.
Landed.
Blue one next, right?
Correct. Next was blue.
Just gonna wait for it to clear a little bit there so I can see the quiver.
Mm-hmm.
We wait for it to clear. Let's see if I can get some gauges going.
So I have a question that might not have a simple answer. How deep
Hey, Mike,
is the
show us the quiver
sediment?
now.
Carrie, one more time. How deep is the?
That's about halfway full too. That's good.
How deep is the sediment about?
Deep.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Say I would guess on the order of 80 to 100 meters.
Wow. Oh.
I guess it's. And if this one's behaving, Dan, if you can try to set in a little bit gently into the quiver tube, because I don't want the mud to blow out of the ports on the side.
Roger. Wrong way. Come on. What am I missing?
They're close.
Nice.
Nice.
The loose jaw technique's a little nicer than the brute force technique.
I was very confused why that wasn't just sinking in for you. It seemed like it was perfectly lined up.
I wasn't getting it either.
Yeah, what's going to happen when you touch the fish? That is the question.
He's not going anywhere.
It's really
he
not
dead?
moving.
No.
Wow.
I had a fish like that in my fish tank, but it was dead.
Are we sure he's not dead?
I
His,
saw it move.
his
He was
fin
like,
moved
Maybe I
earlier, but maybe
asphyxiated
it was
it.
the water.
I've never been able to touch one and not have him take off.
I mean,
Okay.
Okay.
it's not within the science goals to try to grab it with the squishy fingers, so we're not, but it's tempting.
I can grab it with the non-squishy fingers, but
Yeah, it's
that would
very
probably
much
gross
not,
everybody out.
Yeah.
It's
He's breathing.
So the next science task is to go 50 meters from the edge of the seep and to repeat the Niskin and the 3 sediment cores.
Copy it.
50 meters from the edge of the seep.
Yes.
Okay, so we want to go roughly 100 meters.
Correct.
And so, yeah, okay. So with the
I think this fish just doesn't care.
resetting, yeah, I think we're going to be about, I'll just move the ship.
100 meters.
Yeah, let me just do a
Yeah.
100-meter target around
Yeah.
here.
And if we can try to follow the sort of meter off the bottom, 0.25 knots-ish.
Can do. Yeah.
All right, so I'll send the ship at 0.3.
Yeah. 225, 0.3.
Bridge nav.
Come up a
It
bit,
was a
Mike.
fish
I'm going to
playing
come
possum.
right under.
Can I have a step 100 meters, bearing 225, speed 0.3 knots? Thank you. So just hold off on moving until we get a bit of ship movement.
Oh, tether management here.
Yeah, you're tugging. We're going 223. Is that where we're going?
225.
Yeah, you're going to be going 225. Why am I?
It's also quite different topography than the wall that everyone dove on earlier today.
Yeah, those mats were surprising, all tucked up in there.
Yeah.
The piping for that to happen seems strange, right? Not strange, but I don't know, it's 2 in the morning. Don't have a word.
Strange was a good word. Yeah, you sort of wonder whether the methane built up and helped crack the rock or whether it was just finding the points of weakness or a combination of the two.
Yeah.
Still can't believe that thorny head didn't move when you touched it with the manipulator
Yeah,
arm.
Yeah, no, that's insane.
It was actually a possum.
Laying dead.
The rare deep sea possum.
Totally playing possum.
it was actually very fortunate that he didn't move when you were taking the cores, you know, over the top of him to put back in the basket.
Yeah, he could have messed up the sediment water interface.
Or he could have hit a core. I don't know. He was a big guy.
So the deep sea sole? Nope, just a thorny head.
Rennie, if you want to move or make the circle be, where did you draw that from? I feel like it's more important that it's 50 meters away from the seep site than that it was 100 from us.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm playing with an orbit.
All good.
Yeah, we probably ended up, we were roughly 150 from it, but we may have been a little farther. So. Am I doing this correctly here?
Yeah, that's from the
about 50 from the
bubbles, right? That's where we want to head back to, Andrew?
Yeah.
Okay.
An orbit will be helpful as we approach, I think.
Yeah.
We'll know how far away the bubbles are. Might have to bump the ship closer. We will see. Maybe not. We were on the other side of Argus when we did that. So. Don't have enough screens.
You called him 0.3 for this one, right?
Roger.
Thank you.
Rennie, watching the map, and for a while it seemed like you were trying to draw Venn diagrams and being fairly unsuccessful at it.
Yeah. One was, one of those was the ability to draw Venn diagrams, and the other one was me.
Meta.
Totally meta.
I was trying to think of a joke along those lines this entire time, but I couldn't come up with it, so thank you.
Yeah, I needed a little bit of pressure, and I can come up with something.
Another Rathbanaster doing its weird potential feeding thing.
Oh yes, Rathbanaster.
Oh. You want me to correct you?
Rathbanaster?
Oh, and another soul.
Yeah, another soul.
Okay, what am I? In orbit is what I want.
I have a
Soul
Rathbanaster
eel.
next to my staircase.
Nice.
An eel pout.
All the rage. That and the Grenadier.
Grenadier, the Ratail.
Oh, I see.
The vessel I've always wanted to sail on is the French vessel Pourquoi Pas,
Oh.
partially because I think the accents for the discussions would be great for the Ratail.
Yeah, right.
In addition to an oceanographic vessel called the Why Not?
Yeah, I love that.
What's happening with OSU's new vessel?
Was it the?
Taina?
Yeah, Taina.
Oh, they named it now.
Mm-hmm.
But is that built yet or still in? I was following for a while and then
It's still being built. I saw they welded 2 of the big hull sections together, I think last week. So
oh yeah.
it's still got a ways to go. I don't think it's floaty yet.
You're gonna put an ROV on it?
Nope. No, I'm hoping it's going to be able to support one, but And at one point I asked if it was in the design specifications to at least allow a van and a
Hangar.
or at least a single body unit.
Yeah. So
Hope so.
no, they're pretty. It's not a huge ship. It's like the point Sir size, I believe. Is that an octopus? No, Dorney.
Interesting that here it's that humongous microbial mat with the clam beds along the periphery and then nothing after that. There's just no transition.
Yeah. Yeah, same size as the Point Sur.
If we came down on this and didn't see the mat right, we would have been so sad. Imagine we were just like, oh no.
Unbelievable.
We just chose the wrong heading.
I mean,
there's none here.
you can always go like 3 meters to the side of a mat and never know, like, oh, apparently there's no seep here.
Yeah.
Just
Good
look
thing
the
we
wrong
have our
way.
bubble signature.
Which hopefully will start to come into view here. I've got it set for 100 meters out.
Cool.
I was hoping the pelagic system would get some work on there. So we had it on the Point Sur and it was just barely fit. When's it supposed to be complete? Do you know?
I think early next year is the current plan. We're supposed to retire the Oceanus and early next year. I think we've bumped that to a little bit later to be able to keep supporting projects and then while we're still doing some of the sea trials. And
Well, will they sell the Oceanus to private?
I don't know. I mean, it falls under the UNOLs. They sort of, I think, decide the fate of it.
Yeah.
But so many of them have been sold to other countries or private.
Yeah, I did some work on the Bold Horizon. It used to be the Point Horizon, I think it was. Sat in mothballs for a while, and then the Eclipse group got a hold of it. And ties up there in San Diego.
One of the old script ships is now a Chilean vessel, the
Oh, yeah.
Ramos. One of the things I'm surprised about is this is pretty much the exact same habitat that we were diving on 2 days ago when there's all of the brittle stars paving the entire floor, and then it's just nothing. I mean, there's
stuff in the mud.
Yeah, there's stuff in mud. Wrath banisters.
Your delta's 30.
That's why I'm bouncing.
Yeah.
Going downhill. It's just strange because I can see you in my down cam.
I'll be really interested to see how the new Tenai rides, 'cause you never know on a ship until you sail on it how it's going to be.
Yeah.
Especially in the environment it'll be used most, like sometimes the frequency and like the period of the waves and whatnot.
Keep coming down, Mike. We're at 20, delta of 20.
Copy, you're right below me.
Unless that puts your altitude less than 15, but shouldn't.
All right, the ship has stopped. Argus will swing a bit further. I think it'll put us within 50. But the sure way is we could probably, once we think we're at 50, go up in the water column just a couple meters and see if we get that plume signature again. Because there is some terrain